I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know, that was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, we here. What's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my lovely lady, April MC, in the building. What's good? Shout out to Unique 79 in the building. Shout out to Rex Court, Behind the Lens TV, Steve-O Baby. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Aussie. Shout out to, who else we got up in here? Omar was popping. Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Joey Montana was popping with you. Shout out to Jimmy. Who else we got up in here? Kid Dev, what's good? Who else we got up in here? Mark Tavius in the building. Who else is up in the building? Shout out to Joseph. Who else we got? Kobe Lean is up in the building. Blastomatic is here. Jersey Boy was popping with you. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about the secret to getting women to see you as more attractive than other men. You feel what I'm saying? We're about to go in. But before we get into all of that, make sure that you guys go here to CunninghamElements.com. With the Masculine Identity Soap, Masculine Identity Parfum, and the Shea Butter. Go to CunninghamElements.com to step up your game, get that shit cracking ASAP. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys do that and get that going. Also, make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com. Make sure you guys do that. You feel what I'm saying? Get your online dating consultations. Also get the massive game collection. Get master the vetting process. And also get all the other programs, books, audios, videos, documentaries. It's all on here on shoplocario.com. So make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. Also, make sure you guys go to MasculineIdentityMembership.com to join the Masculine Identity Membership. Also, go to BadBoyMembership.com to join the Bad Boy Membership. And last but not least, make sure that you guys go here to Patreon.com. Patreon.com/Mr. Locario to get on the Bad Boy Show. Because on the Bad Boy Show, every week we drop some heavy game. We talk about current events. All the stuff is there. So make sure you guys check that out. Hit us up on the Bad Boy Show, Patreon.com/Mr. Locario to get that going. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. So now, if you guys want to call in numbers 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. All right. So today the game is going to be so heavy. So, take notes. Let me clear my throat and shit, because, you know, these allergies and all that be getting to nigga. You feel me? But we going to go in and we going to get this game popping. All right, so we talking about the secret to getting women to see you as more attractive than other men. Now, first thing before I even get into this, I want to say this, is that you should never, ever think that you're in competition with other men, right? The reason why I even titled the show this way is because I know a lot of guys always are worried about other guys, right? Oh, well, you know, these other guys are taller than me. These other guys have more money than me. Or these other, you understand? So guys are so concerned with other dudes, right? And what you have to understand is that women will see you more attractive than other guys, right? When you are focused on yourself and not other guys. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're looking at other dudes and trying to measure yourself up to these other dudes, pause, right? You've already lost. You understand what I'm saying? Because when it comes to the game, there actually is no competition. This is what I want you guys to understand. Because when a woman meets you, she's meeting one of one. You're the only one, right? You are him. And so what happens is that when you understand that, you realize there's no competition, and then therefore you don't put yourself in the category of other men, right? Because see, part of what's already making you less attractive, right? Part of what's making you not attractive to these women is the fact that you are trying to compete with other men. You understand? This is why even, for example, you see all these weirdos on the internet, all these looks maxers, and they'll do shit like, they have this thing called mogging. So mogging basically is when it's supposed to mean you outshine another guy because you're better looking than him, so to speak, right? And this is what a lot of these losers do because they're constantly comparing themselves to other men, right? And what I'm telling you is that you don't need to compare yourself to other men because there is no competition, because there's only one of you. Now, this is the thing. So the secret to getting women to see you as more attractive than these other guys that you're not in competition with, right, is that you have to be the type of guy who always makes it about himself, right? Because I'm going to show you the contrast and the difference as to where you're going to stand out and be way more attractive, which means women are going to want to fuck with you more in general. And you're going to be the type of guy that more women are going to be attracted to, right? Because what happens is this. What most guys do is this. Most guys make shit about the woman, whereas the guys who are the most attractive make the shit about themselves. This is why we keep telling you motherfuckers that the game is not about women, right? When you understand, right, that the game isn't about women, which means you make it about yourself, and you only go in the direction that you want to go in, and you only deal with women and talk to women and interact with women who follow what you're trying to do, that's going to make you the most attractive. Now, understand this. What most guys are doing is they're making it about the woman. So what most guys do is they'll say, okay, what can I do and say to get her? Where can I take her to impress her? What can I buy her to make her want me? Right? So because a lot of guys want pussy, they're like, what are the things that I can do that's going to increase my chances of getting pussy? What they think is, well, if I make the girl happy, comfortable, right? If I make her like me by doing what she says or go in this direction, then maybe I'll get pussy. So what happens is that they're already coming from a place of, how can I impress this girl? How can I live up to her standard? How can I be the man she wants me to be in order to get her and to get sex? You understand what I'm saying? And so that's what most guys are doing, which means this is what most women are experiencing. Right? And so the thing is, a lot of times when you compare yourself to these guys, you basically end up just like these guys. You get into the same category as these guys. Now, what's going to make you more attractive than these other guys is when you are the opposite of those guys. And the way that you're the opposite of those guys is that you're not making it about women, you're making it about yourself, meaning that you already have a way you do things. You already have a program, you already have a structure, you already have a way that you make shit happen when you interact with women. So when women meet you, right, they already feel a difference because they're like, wait a second, this guy is different than all the other guys who kiss my ass. This guy's different than all the other guys who call me up and say, hey, where do you want to go? What do you want to eat, right? He's different than those guys. He didn't ask me where I wanted to eat and where I wanted to go. He just told me where we're going to go, right? So you're the opposite of the guys who don't have game. So what happens is that her experience with you is different because she's actually seeing you and seeing how unique you are, seeing the individual you are, seeing your masculine identity. And she's like, okay, this guy is something about him where I feel different around him. I'm having a different experience. And so therefore, I really want to fuck with this guy. Right? Because I got all these other guys talking to me, but for some reason, this guy stands out. See, all these other guys are calling me every day saying, good morning, beautiful. This guy over here doesn't text me or call me to say, good morning, beautiful. All these other guys are taking me out to dinner and whining and dining me. This guy is not taking me out to dinner and whining and dining me. All these other guys are telling me what I want to hear. This guy is not telling me what I want to hear. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that you're already differentiating yourself by being yourself. Because what happens is if you're being yourself and doing you, then the real you is going to come out, and that is what she's going to be experiencing. Now, this is the cool part about this, right? Because the fact is that when you are being you, what's going to happen is that you're going to attract the women that are for you. And then you are going to repel the women who are not for you. Right? So this is how shit works. See, a lot of guys think if you're really attractive, and most guys think attractive is just fucking looks and all that other stupid shit, right? But attractive means that you are able to, get attention towards you. You're sort of pulling in, the people and the attention, right? Because they're attracted to what you got going on, right? But what happens is when you're really attractive, that means that on the opposite end, you're going to repel other women. So this is why I teach you guys about being black and white. Because what happens is that the women who are really, really, really attracted to you are going to be really, really, really attracted to you. The women who are not attracted to you at all, they're really, really not going to be attracted to you because you're so, it's so fucking, polar opposite. It's like, so what happens is this, when you're being yourself and you're being real, you're being authentic, you're letting a chick know exactly what you want. What's going to happen is that there are going to be women who are actually looking for the guys who are opposite of you. They're looking for the guys to take advantage of. They're looking for the guys to play games with. They're looking for the guys to, follow them in wherever the fuck they're going, right? So what happens is this. If you are the guy who only interacts with women who follow his lead, you are the guy that only fucks with women who are consistent and cooperative with you. What's going to happen is when women meet you, right, and they're attracted to you and they're interested in you, they're going to want to do that because they're going to want you, right? So what happens is that their attraction for you is so heavy because they realize, oh shit, there's one of him because he's not acting like the other guys. So this guy is rare. There's something about him that is different. I can only get this experience from him. You understand what I'm saying? So when she's attracted to you, she's really attracted to you because she understands she can only get that from you. Right? Now, if you're the cookie cutter regular guy that just does whatever the fuck she wants and the average dude that does the same shit every other guy does, then that feeling is not there. But understand there are some women who are looking for the average guy because that's their comfort zone. So what's going to happen is that just because you are more attractive than the other guys doesn't mean that there's going to be women who are going to want you because you're more attractive. In fact, what happens is that some of them will not want you because you're more attractive. Follow what I'm saying? Some of these women are not going to want you because you're more attractive. So because you're more attractive, she knows that she can't run the show. She knows that she can't get over on you. She knows that she can't take you for granted. She knows that she can't play games with you because she's like, this guy is so attractive. I know that he can get women just like that. I know that women find him valuable. So I can't be in a power position and play this guy. So since I can't play this guy, how about I just fall back and don't even bother? Right? Because she's not really that highly sexually attracted to you or interested in you. So she's like, you know what? he would be the type of guy that I would try to play around with, or because I have this fear of being under a man's leadership, because I don't know how to keep a man like him interested, I'm going to fall back. Right? And so that's what you actually want. You want the woman to fall back when they are not going to adhere to what you're doing. And then what happens is, on the opposite end, the women that fuck with you really fuck with you because they recognize that value and they're like, God damn, this nigga is on point. And I want to be around this motherfucker. I want to have that energy around me. Right? And so that same woman who's feeling that way about you, saying, I want this guy because the energy's so good, he's so sexy, he's so awesome, all this other stuff. What happens is that she's feeling you because she's getting a taste of how it is to be around you. She's getting that experience which she can't get anywhere else. See, guys, you gotta understand something. When you are being you and you doing things your way, a woman can only get the experience from you. There's no other man on earth she can get that experience from. Now, if you're being just like everybody else, right? If you're being lame like every other dude, if you're the type of guy who has no game like most guys, if you're the type of guy who follows a woman's lead, if you're the type of guy who tries to impress women, if you're the type of guy who does everything that a woman wants them to do, if you're those type of guys, you're a dime a dozen. There's so many guys out there like that, right? You're just one of many in the crowd. So the problem is that because guys don't have no game, and they put pussy in front of them, they're not actually taking time to understand themselves and their value and actually being real. Because this is the thing. Part of also what makes you more attractive, right, than these other guys is that you are not afraid to let a woman go at any time. And you're also not impressed by women. I'm gonna say it again. You are not afraid to let a woman go at any time, and you are not impressed by women. Now, you're not afraid to let women go because you know that if a woman is not following your lead or not doing things your way, you're going to let her go anyway. So that's what's going to happen, period. And so women can tell that based on how you're being. See, what happens is a woman already knows that she can do whatever and a guy will still be there. With particular guys who actually have game, they know that they can't do that because they know the guy's going to bounce. You understand what I'm saying? And so a lot of times if you're scared to lose the woman, she's going to be like, well, this nigga, you know, I can play around with him, but I'm not really attracted to him because you're scared to lose her, right? When you're not scared to lose her, then what it shows her is that she's not special to you now. See, a lot of guys make the women special to them now. They put the woman on a pedestal now. You see what I'm saying? But you can't be afraid to let her go. And so the thing is that you don't have to sit there and tell a girl, hey, listen, girl, if you don't do things my way, you know, I'm going to let you go. You're going to be out of here, right? Like, you don't have to say that shit. What happens is she knows that you're going to let her go if she doesn't adhere to what you're about based on all of your previous actions with dealing with her. Because if you're the type of guy who is a leader, if you're the type of guy who basically gives a woman instruction, she knows, oh, wait a second. So this guy is different than the other guys who just do whatever I want. So if I don't do what he wants, he's going to go because the other guys let me do whatever and then they stay. Because see, what you got to understand is that most guys don't have a program. Most guys don't have a structure. Most guys don't have a way of doing things. So they meet women and they're like, shit, what can I do to get sex? You know, maybe I should ask her what she likes, give that to her, and then that's going to make me get sex. Right? Which is what most guys do. So in some shape, form, or fashion, guys will do this. So they're like, okay, where do you like to eat? Right? They'll ask women questions. They ask women questions to try to get information so that they can give the woman what they want. Right? They listen to what women are saying to them. Right? So what'll happen is that they're listening intently to what women say. And then they're trying to do what women say. This is why on the internet right now, you have a lot of guys saying, oh, well, I'm not going to approach women because I hear on these podcasts that women don't want to be approached, right? So they're still listening to women. See, you cannot be an attractive man listening to women. You understand what I'm saying? If you listen to women and you're following what they say, you are unattractive. You're unattractive. Because remember, women are going to be judging you and basing their experiences with you with other guys. So if you're the type of guy who listens to a woman and then there's a guy that she listens to, who's more attractive? You or the other guy? You listen to her and she listens to him. Right? So what happens is that you are the less attractive guy because you're listening to her. The other guy is the more attractive guy because she's listening to him. You see how it works? Now, why would a woman listen to a man? She's listening to a man because that man is attractive to her. You understand what I'm saying? That man she sees value in, which is why she's listening to him. Now, let's take this a step further. If she's listening to him, whose program is she following? Hers or his? Oh, I don't know. Maybe she's following his program. You see what I'm saying? So all you got to ask yourself is this. Am I listening to women or are women listening to me? You understand? See, that's how you be more attractive. Is if women are listening to you, you're the most attractive guy. If you're listening to women, you're the least attractive guy. It's really that simple. And see, what most guys don't understand is that they're listening to women and they're listening to society. So if you meet a woman and you say, hey, miss, I would really love to take you to dinner and get to know you. See, you're listening to society and you're listening to women because this is what women say they want, right? You don't even realize it. So you're automatically less attractive because you're an autopilot. That whole idea of, oh, let me take you out to dinner and get to know you. Even that phrase, let me take out dinner, let me get to know you, right? That's just shit you're saying because you were taught to say it. That's shit you're doing because you were taught to do it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what makes you unattractive. Now, I'm not saying that if a guy, let's say a guy actually likes going to dinner and that's just what he does, that's how he rolls, right? That's a different story because that's actually what he does for himself and he's just bringing a woman along to what he does for himself. Now, I wouldn't specifically tell a guy to take the woman out to dinner because that's displaying boyfriend energy. But what I'm saying is that most guys, they don't want to take a chick out to dinner. Most guys don't want to go on 2 and 3 dates. Most guys don't want to talk to a girl and get to know her on the phone. But why do they do it? They do it because they've been conditioned to follow women. They've been conditioned because society told them that's what they need to do. Be a gentleman, be a nice guy, buy her flowers, be nice and sweet and kind and all this other goofy shit. And so they're following that, right? And then what happens is that the woman reinforces that and then he ends up following her. That's why he hits her up. Oh, so where do you want to go to eat? And what do you like to do? And he's asking her all these questions to try to be of service to her. Now, at the same time, that woman is seeing another guy who's telling her what to do and she's doing it. Matter of fact, you taking that girl out to dinner, right? The guy she really is feeling texts her and he says, yo, come through tonight. And she's like, oh, I actually got to go to dinner, but I'll see you after. I'm down. Yes, I will come and see you. And this motherfucker says, well, listen, make sure you bring me some food. So she asks you to buy her something to go. You give her something to go in that dinner, and then she brings it to the guy she actually likes, the guy that's telling her to come through with the food. So you're following her by asking her where she wants to go to eat. You take her to eat. She takes food that you paid for, brings it to the man who gave her instructions to come to his house, and he fucks the shit out of her, and he eats the food that you bought. Now tell me, in this scenario, who's more attractive, you or him? You understand what I'm saying? This is really simple. See, he's more attractive because he's telling her what to do. You're less attractive because you are doing what you think she wants you to do. You're doing what you think she wants you to do. You're doing what society told you to do. You don't think for yourself. You ain't got no game. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got no game. So the problem is that a lot of these guys, they like to compare themselves to other motherfuckers, because what they do is that they say, well, maybe if I make more money than this guy, she'll want me more, right? Because he's a surface dweller. Shout out to Steve. Or he says, well, you know what? Maybe if I looks max, if I can look better than the other guy and I can mog him and outshine him, then maybe the girl will pick me over him. Maybe if I have more clout, right? Maybe if I have more clout, more status, then the woman will pick me over the other guy. But the problem is that these dudes, they're still comparing themselves and worrying about the other guy. See, the man who has game never does that. Why? Because he doesn't need to. Why? Because he's him. Why? Because there's nobody else like him. And see, when you have game, you recognize that and know that, you understand that, you know that, you see that, you're aware of that. You understand what I'm saying? You're aware of that. So this is the problem. What happens is that a lot of times your behavior when you deal with women makes a woman think that she is better than you. Let me explain. See, your behavior makes a woman think that she is better than you, or it makes her think that you want her more than she wants you. And a lot of guys don't understand that they're doing this. So when you're simping, tricking, trying to be a gentleman, trying to be a nice guy, courting women, all that other stupid fucking shit that you guys have been taught to do, the woman thinks you're better, that she's better than you. And when a woman thinks she's better than you, then you're automatically unattractive to her. But she'll still play games with you though. See, this is the issue. Even for example, when you guys are, trying to make sex happen with a woman, right? The problem is that a lot of you guys come to this situation, right, with the mentality or the mindset that you're trying to impress her so she will give you sex. You understand what I'm saying? So you come to the situation with that type of energy. See, when you have game, what you're doing is that you're letting the woman know that if she is on point, that you will give her dick. That's how it works. See, you guys have to understand the game is psychological. So what happens is that if you're in the mindset of, well, I want to fuck her, I want to get her pussy, I want to have sex and all this other stuff, what happens is that you are the type of guy who will usually do certain things to try to make that happen. And the woman can tell that you're doing that because she's already been through that situation before. Now, what happens is that guys who think that way, what do? They try to court the girl. They'll try to buy her gifts. They'll spend a lot of money on her, spend a lot of time with her, all this other stuff, right? So he's basically saying, I will do all these things for you And hopefully, I'm wishing, I'm praying, I'm hoping you would give me some pussy. So I want the pussy so bad. So let me be the guy I think you want me to be so that you'll give me sex. Right now, let's flip this. If you're a guy who has game and you only fuck with women on your terms and you're ready to drop a woman at the drop of a hat, you're like, I don't need you. And the only way that you're going to be here is if you're following what I say. And if you ain't following what I say, you could get the fuck up out of here. And I don't give a shit if you're here or not. Right? What happens is that the woman's like, oh shit, wait a second. This guy who I'm experiencing, who's real, who's not kissing up to me, who is not fucking trying to impress me, right? This guy is so real. I haven't experienced this in a long time. Like, damn, this is an actual man. He's a fucking man. Like, you know, he basically has a direction he's going in. He's standing on his shit. He's a fucking man, right? Fucking press these buttons. He's a fucking man. So now what happens is that she's like, I want some of that man meat. You understand what I'm saying? So now it goes from the guy trying to kiss her ass to get pussy to her saying, this motherfucker is so valuable, I want him. I want more of what he has, right? And also what happens is this. You're not begging her for pussy because you're going to take the shit or leave it. You're like, listen, either it's going to happen or it's not. And if it happens, cool. If it don't happen, cool. I don't give a shit. I'm gone. Matter of fact, if you're not following my lead, I don't want any parts of this. If you're not doing what I say, I'm not fucking with you. See, what you guys got to understand is this, is that when a woman realizes or recognizes a man and she's experienced you, she's like, damn, I don't want to go back to these losers. I don't want to go back to these knuckleheads who is just doing everything that I say and put me on a pedestal and fucking doing all this goofy shit. They're not masculine. They're all over the place. They're inconsistent. They're flexible. You know, they don't stand on nothing. I don't want to go back to these guys, but this man right here, this fucking man right here, shit. I want him so fucking bad. You understand what I'm saying? This is the difference. See, what a lot of you guys don't understand is that the reason why the woman doesn't see you as the most attractive is because you are begging for the pussy. You are hoping, wishing, and praying for her to give it to you. This is why you guys believe in women are the gatekeepers of sex and all that other dumb red pill bullshit, right? So if you think women are the gatekeepers of sex, right, you're basically saying, I am hoping that the gatekeeper will allow me to have sex, and I will do anything for this. I will, spend all my money, my time, my energy. I will do all of this to get her pussy. Now, you do that, and the other guy is over here is like, I don't give a fuck, bitch, if you here or not. What are we talking about? I don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? I don't. And the reason why I don't give a fuck is because I have game. I have game because I love myself and I do my thing how I do my thing. And I only fuck with women who are doing my thing. I'm not asking you where you want to go to eat. I'm not asking you about your favorite color. I'm not sitting here trying to get to know you. What the fuck I need to get to know you when all I need to know is, are you following my lead? If you're following my lead, then all I know is that you're trying to get to know me. What the fuck I'm trying to get to know you for? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why would I be trying to get to know you when you have to follow me? That don't make any sense. All I need to know is, are you coachable? That's it. But see, the lame nigga is always trying to get to know a woman. You know why? Because he thinks if I get to know her, I can do exactly what she wants. And then when I do exactly what she wants, then maybe the queen goddess, the good morning, beautiful, good morning, my queen, maybe the queen godmother will bless me with some vagina. Maybe, I hope. Maybe I just got to do more courting. Maybe I got to go on one more date. Maybe I got to talk to her on the phone a little more. Maybe if I do all this to the queen mother goddess, then maybe she'll give me some pussy. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, guys. Guys, you see, you got to understand The reason why you are not attractive to women is because you're just like the rest of these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. If you stop being like the rest of these lame niggas, you will be attractive. And it's real simple to not be like them. It's real simple. Real simple. All you got to do is one thing. Be your motherfucking self. That's it. That's it. You know you don't want to take this bitch out to dinner. What are you doing? The fuck are you doing? You know you don't want to sit there for an hour on the phone getting to know them. So what's your favorite color? Really? Where'd you go to school? Oh, that's interesting. So, like, have you traveled any places in the last year? Oh, you went to Jamaica. How was that? Did you have fun? Oh, you went with your girlfriends. That's cool. Also, what else do you like to do? You don't want to do that shit. But see, you do that shit because you think you're supposed to. Because you think that's the quickest way to the pussy. You think, damn, you know what? I got to get her comfortable. I got to build rapport. That's what the pickup artist said. I got to build rapport. I got to get to know her. I got to make sure that she's, that she's not scared of me, that she doesn't think I'm a creep. So I got to spend time to pat her on the head and give her some warm milk to get her comfortable with me. Cause she, I can't just tell her I want to fuck. I can't just tell her to come get this dick. I can't do that. You understand? Because she's gonna think I'm a pervert. You understand? She's gonna think there's something wrong with me. I can't just approach a woman in the street. She's gonna call the cops on me, man, because she's gonna think I'm harassing her for saying hi. I heard on the internet that women don't like being approached, but then I heard that they like being approached now. But then I also heard they don't like being approached. So I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to do because I listen to women because I'm a fucking loser. That's what happens. But guys, if you want to call up, call the numbers 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. If you guys want to call up, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat, and we'll get to your questions. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've been yapping for 45 minutes. So, so call up. If you want to call up, you feel what I'm saying? We're going to do probably another like half an hour. So make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. You feel what I'm saying? He said, I think most guys do that because of lack of game, Locario. They think they have to acquiesce to the woman in order to get the desired outcome they want. Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. See, you got to understand that. See, the reason why so many guys are frustrated, even why they have, even why the red pill even exists, right? The red pill exists. It's because of guys who got played by women, right? And they're so confused that they don't realize that it's their fault. It's not the woman's fault, right? So they got played by women, but they didn't realize that they were the losers that women weren't really attracted to. They don't realize they were being used. You see what I'm saying? They didn't realize that. And so what you got to understand is that some women, right, they like to fuck with dudes that they know they can use and play games with and all this other stuff, because women still, they still love and crave attention, non-sexual attention. So as long as they can get you on the hook for as long as they can with non-sexual attention, and even them deluding themselves into thinking or hoping that something can turn out long-term, right? They like that stuff. So they like the fact when they are in the driver's seat with a loser in some cases, right? So they're not all the way like attracted, but they're attracted enough to be like, yeah, I'll let him take me out to dinner. They're attracted enough to say, yeah, I'll talk to him on the phone. So women love all of that nonsensical shit because women generally don't get non-sexual desire from men. You understand what I'm saying? So they got to find it and try to get it in some form of fashion. You see what I mean? But the problem is that doesn't work on a motherfucker who has game. When a woman is encountering a guy who has game, she either has to submit or get the fuck up out of there. That's her only two options. You understand what I'm saying? When a woman is dealing with a guy who has game, she has to submit, meaning she has to follow his lead, or she can't fuck with him. It's that simple. It's black or white. There's no, oh, in the middle, gray area. Maybe we could talk and get to know each other. No, there's none of that. Either you fucking with it or you're not. Because what happens is that she understands the value is there, but you got to understand the value is there. When you have game, you understand the value is there. So why would you allow a woman to experience the value, which is you, when she's not paying the price of admission, which is cooperation and submission? You see what I'm saying? See, because most dudes don't have any self-worth, because most dudes are insecure, because most dudes don't value their time and energy, they're willing to give all of that up for some pussy. It's disgusting. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they'll do. They'll give all that shit up for some pussy. Like, there's dudes who right now fucking got flaked on 3 times and still trying to fuck with a nigga. I mean, fuck with a chick. But let's go to 719. 719 was popping with this.
What's good, Locario?
What's up?
This is Keyshawn.
What's going on? Did you donate though?
I did. I sent that over to Miles.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what's going on, man?
Hey, man. So I'm just thinking, because what are some tips you got for trying to put yourself out there on like when you don't got the bread like that, you know?
What do you mean?
So where I'm at, like, it's kind of far out of the way to like go to like clubs and bars and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, if I'm going to go, I would want to like drink as well. So I'll probably get like an Uber, but, yeah, it's just a little far out the way, and I do have my own spot now. So it's good, but like, I don't have as much money to be going out as much, you know?
So wait, what's far out the way?
Oh, like bars and clubs and stuff.
And where do you live?
Pueblo.
Where?
Pueblo.
Where's that at?
It's in Colorado.
Colorado. Okay. And so you're saying that, so how far is any of the spots from where you're at?
It's pushing like 30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's not that bad. So 30 minutes is too much for you to go to like, you know, an area?
I mean, like for like the Uber there and back as well, and like drinking, you know, because I would want to get a drink.
So
like nowadays they're like $20.
So are you doing online dating?
So, and it's weird. Like in my situation, I have them, but like I don't be having no type of success. Like they be hitting me up talking about, hey, and I'm like, what's up? You know, are you are you free? We should get something popping this Friday if you free. Blah blah blah. And then she, you know, like, I have finals for the next few weekends, so I don't be going out much. And I was like, oh, that ain't nothing. So we can't get around. So are you free?
Hold on,
when are you free?
Hold on. So what apps are you using?
Bumble, Tinder.
Okay.
And Facebook.
How often do you use it though?
At least every other day.
Every other day. Every other day.
I don't.
Why not every day?
I don't pay.
Why not every day?
Well, sometimes I don't have time, but like if I have time, I'll go on it every day.
So wait, so how do you not have time? It's in your phone. Your phone is with you all day. How do you not have time?
I guess not that I don't have time, but sometimes I low key be forgetting. I don't really be on it.
See now we're getting to the real problem, caller. So the problem isn't that you the place is a half an hour from you, and also the problem is you're lazy. You understand what I'm saying? That's your problem.
Think so?
Hell yeah. Bro, you're talking about you don't have time to pick up your phone and go into an app. You understand what I'm saying? So you could be on the toilet taking a shit and be on the app. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, no, okay, like I get what you're saying. And it's like sometimes just from the lack of success, I don't even really like want to get on there.
See, but that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? So the problem is that you are basically saying, well, because shit isn't happening, I don't want to bother. But the reason why shit's not happening is because you're not putting in the work. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing. It's not, see, you're not even putting enough work to, let me ask you a question. You have a job?
Yeah.
Okay. You work full time?
Mm-hmm.
You got kids?
No.
Okay. So you got no kids. You work full time. So I'm sure that what days you work?
It's a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You make good money?
I make decent money, yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me that you can't take a $20 Uber to 30 minutes away to meet some women?
And it's like I can, but it's not as much as I would want to. You know, like I would want to every weekend, you know, but
so why not every weekend?
I can't.
Why not every weekend?
Oh, because, and then also right now I do have some debt I'm trying to pay off too. But every weekend I just I don't got the bread every weekend because I also am trying to save money.
So this is the thing. This is the problem with what you're doing is that, and see, this is what happens with a lot of guys, right? Y'all really don't know. This is, and I'm glad you called because you're not the only one caller. A lot of dudes are like this. Y'all really don't know how much work you got to put in to succeed in the game. You understand? Y'all really don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, especially if your game isn't tight. See, the tighter your game is, the less work you got to put in, right? But you still have to put in work regardless, right? So the thing is that if you want shit to pop off with women, bruh, you got to be super consistent and put in work. So that's why I asked you about the dating apps. You said every now and then you're like, oh, I don't want to go to some place that's a half an hour away because it's all the excuses is going to keep you in the same spot and nothing's going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, women are so fickle and flaky and all over the place. That's why you have to be so on point. So you can't half that. Like, okay, do you go to the gym?
I do, yeah.
Okay, how often do you go to the gym?
For 4 to 6 days.
So you go to the gym 4 to 6 days out of the week, but you can't spend time on a dating app? Like, how does that work? Explain that to me.
And I do be on there quite a bit, but it's not compared to real life. Like real life, it's way more bang for my buck. I feel like.
What's more bang for your buck?
Like the effort I put in. Like, you know, like I can sit there swiping and texting and everything, and then nothing really happens. But in real life, I get a lot more.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Why aren't you going out in real life and take your $20 and go meet these women? Like, what's the problem? All I'm hearing is excuses.
Because I want to go to the clubs and stuff, you know. So why not? But I don't really have the bread to do that as much.
Bro,
as I would
you
like
lying.
To.
You lying. So you go to the gym for free?
No.
So you pay monthly for the gym, right?
Mm.
So you're trying to tell me with you having a full-time job, you trying to tell me that you can't budget to go out on the weekends? Is that what he's talking about? So you're trying to tell me you can't even go out one day a week, every weekend to meet women? You can't do that. It's impossible.
Man, like it'd be tight, man. Like sometimes I wouldn't be able to save as much money.
Well, okay, so this is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is this is the reality of it. Either you do or you don't. You understand what I'm saying? So nothing's going to happen if you don't. So you got to find a way to do. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is and the thing is that when you are meeting women in person and you're meeting women online and you're doing a combination of that's going to get you success, right? Let me ask you a question. With these dating apps, you're using all the free versions, right?
Yeah, the free ones.
Fam, you need coaching, man.
Do you think I should pay for the versions?
Listen.
You need the upgraded.
Yes, you need coaching. I'm telling you, you need to go to shoplocario.com, save up some money and get a consultation because, bruh, you need access. So basically what I'm saying is this, right? Generally, exactly. It was like no free game. Generally, when you talk to, when you don't have game, right? Generally, you might get 1 to 10% of what you're putting out. So in other words, let's say your game is weak, right? If you approach 100 women, you might get 1 all the way up to 10 maximum who's even going to, let's say, exchange numbers with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then out of those 10, you might get 1 or 2 might go out on a date with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how the numbers fall. So what I'm saying is imagine you who's hardly doing anything. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, no, and I get what you're saying. And I try my best in like grocery stores, the mall, or like the gas station or something, or anywhere else that I would be at.
Okay, you know? but it's the question. It's the question.
I don't think.
But it's the question. Mm-hmm. How often are you doing it?
In those places I just mentioned.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, how often are you going out to talk to women? Be honest.
I mean, whenever I leave my house, I always am seeing if there's an opportunity to. You know what I mean?
Okay. So how many women have you talked to this whole entire week, from Monday to today, Saturday? How many women you talked to? Be honest.
No, I don't even remember. I know I have been putting in the effort whenever I leave my house.
Give me a number from Monday that just started, Monday of this week to today, which is Saturday. How many women have you talked to? Be honest. Come on, this is a safe space.
I would say almost 10.
Almost 10? Oh my goodness. He didn't even say like 10 definitive. He said almost 10. That means probably 2, if that much.
No, I haven't.
But it's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. That's not enough. You understand what I mean? That's what. See, guys.
Yeah, man.
Guys,
I really
check this out. Check this out. Let me explain to you why it's not enough. Right? It's not enough because you're gonna meet women who have boyfriends, so they're not gonna fuck with you. You're gonna meet women who are lesbians, who are not gonna tell you they're lesbians, so they're not gonna fuck with you. You're gonna meet women that you're not their type, so they're not gonna fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna meet women who give you their number, and when you text them or hit them up, they're not gonna respond, so they're not gonna fuck with you. They're gonna be women, you give the women your number, they're not gonna call you or text you. There's gonna be women who basically say, okay, yeah, let's go on a date, and then she's gonna fucking flake on a date. Like, this is what I'm saying, where you have to talk to more women. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, because I've been through all of that, you know, and it's, I really do just got to lock in and really start putting in this work, man.
That's what I'm saying. So caller,
like, for real,
you gotta listen, man. You gotta put in the work. Stop being lazy, and you just the same way where you go to the gym, you gotta put in the same amount of work when you're dealing with women. Same thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like anything else. Just like if you're in college, you got to put in a lot of work to study for the courses and take the exams and all that other shit. If you're at the gym, you got to go to the gym multiple times and eat right and do all that other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, you have to put in time and energy and work into it. And the work never stops. So Listen, if you just trying to fuck, you still got to put in work to just try to fuck. If you want a girlfriend, you got to put in work to maintain that girlfriend. You want a wife, you got to put in work to maintain that wife. You got a wife and kids, like it never stops. There's always work that has to be put in order to get the result you want out. Just like if you're running a business, if you start your own business, you got to put in a lot of fucking work in order for that business to run. It's the same concept. Notice how in all these other aspects of life, like we know, oh, I got to put in work to do this business. I got to put in work at the gym. I got to put in work at work. I got to put in work to maintain this and that. But when it comes to women, I just kind of talked to one girl the other day and I talked to this other girl and I'm just kind of sitting on my ass, but I really want the hottest girls and all this shit to pop off. How? You see what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm really going to try to focus on budgeting my money so I can at least go out to like a club once a week. And I really got to lock in and try to.
Because that's the thing, caller. If
get that right. I feel like
if you knew how to do.
Sorry, I'm so.
No, this is what I'm saying. If you knew how to do online dating correctly, you would have more women that'll be coming to see you.
No, you know what's weird though? When I was on these dating apps in a different state, right? I had way more success. It was insane.
Why do you think that is?
Because, well, first off, I was getting. Then again, I know that this doesn't really mean anything per se, but like I was getting a lot of messages first, and like a lot of more matches, way more matches in just like 24 hours. Like,
okay, so then what happened with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
So what happened in those situations? Did you meet any other women there? Did you smash? Like, what happened?
No, I mean, I did just text a few because I was with family at that time. But yeah, it's just even more matches.
You see the pattern? This is what I'm saying, man. You got to put in that work. But listen, if you need help, man, just hit me up. Hit me up on the back end. And I suggest you go get this online dating consultation as soon as possible because listen, I'm telling you, you are missing the fuck out. You don't even realize you are missing the fuck out. So that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man. But listen, man, I appreciate the call, fam. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right, man. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
Peace. I'm telling you guys, y'all gotta put in that work. Y'all gotta put in that work. I'm telling you, none of this is gonna work unless y'all put in the work. I know y'all don't want to put in the work, but you gotta put in the work. See, listen, man. Listen, how do y'all think I know all these things? How do you think that I was able to, meet all these women, hook up with all these women, right? Have great relationship. Like, how do you think this happened? I put in the fucking work. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, I put in the work, bro. I've all of the things, the mistakes you guys are making. I've done all the mistakes. I put in all the work. Listen, man, I've dated all types of women, been in all types of situations. It's insane. Like I'm telling you, I don't even know the half. You understand? Y'all do not know the half. Because listen, it could be a situation where, let's say, for example, you could be fucking with let's say you fucking with 6 or 7 women at once. You got a rotation of 6 or 7 women, which is a lot, right? Your whole rotation, let's say 6 out of the 7 women within a week could all be a wrap. You understand what I'm saying? So you had a rotation of 7 women last week, and now it's down to 1. You understand? You're like, how does that happen? Oh, because the girl that you was fucking with, she got with her ex-boyfriend. The other girl that you was fucking with moved away to some other country. The other girl you was fucking with, she's like, hey, I'm really looking for something serious now, bro. And it could all happen back to back to back to back like that. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't even relax in none of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that you have guys that's just chilling, like, oh yeah, I'm just chilling, doing nothing, and I expect the world. Hell the fuck no, it's not gonna work that way. It's not gonna work that way. I'm sorry. It's crazy. Let me see what some of these questions are saying. So what if being yourself is asking those get to know you type of questions? Wait, what? Oh, you're saying if being yourself is you asking those getting to know type of question. My question to you would be, why are you asking the question? You see what I'm saying? What do you want to get to know? And why do you want to get to know that? See, this is the thing you got to understand. Anything that you're trying to get to know or want to know about should be about your program. So what about your program makes you need to know where a woman wants to eat? You understand what I'm saying? Think about it. And shout out to my dude K Zagging in the building. Exactly. Can you see life being a revolving door for women? That's a fact. So if you're asking a girl, so where do you like to eat? What type of food do you like, right? What does that have to do with your bottom line? Think about that. See, a lot of guys, they don't realize they're conditioned to basically submit to a woman. You see what I'm saying? Because he's saying, well, what if being myself is those getting to know you type questions? Okay, so what is it about her that you need to get to know that aligns with your program? You got to ask yourself that. And if it doesn't align, then that means that the question is nonsensical and you don't even need to know about. Like, why would I ask a girl her favorite color? What the fuck I need to know her favorite color for? What does that do for my bottom line? It's just like when you go to a job, right? And you get interviewed. They ask you questions that are relevant to you working there. You understand what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about your favorite color and what show you like watching on Netflix. They don't give a fuck about that. Can you come in at the time, do the fucking job? You understand what I'm saying? That's it. So you gotta understand, like, you gotta be purposeful in your communication. He says, so is there a way to make sure she's not crazy without getting to know her? All right, we'll get back to that in a second. 941 what's poppin'? Who this?
What's going on, Locario? This is Kobe, and I sent $20.
Kobe in the building. What's going on? What's poppin' with you?
Thank you, my man. Yes, sir. This is a great topic, so thank you. I'm grateful for it. So I just want to say this, right? See, like a lot of people, right, they only understand things from their level of intelligence and thinking, right? Mm-hmm. See, if you want to have a deeper understanding and knowledge of the game, right? Like, you want to become a savage in the game, you want get the desired outcome that you want, you have to be out there dealing with women and get the personal coaching.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you can't just hope that women just gonna fall on your lap. See, the way I look at it, right? See, me, I invest in the game, right? I donate to the game. I acknowledge the game, right? And then in return, the universe reward me because of all of that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's why when I call in and tell my story, most people think I'm lying because they only understand things from their level of understanding.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's real shit. That's real shit.
And then one last thing I have to say, right? So if you don't have a good knowledge of the game, right, you want to get the desired outcome that you want on your term,
right?
You have to remember this, right? It's self-investment plus mindset plus strategy plus consistency will give you the desired outcome that you want.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you, no matter how consistent you are, right? If you don't have a proper strategy, consistency without strategy is just going to be organized failure.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's a fact. Because, a lot of guys, what happens is they don't have a strategy. They don't have a way they do things. They don't have a system of how they make shit happen. And so therefore, this is where things get confusing, out of, it gets all over the place. Everything is on some bullshit. And that's because they were thinking, oh, well, because I want pussy so bad, I'm willing to go any which way to get it. You understand what I'm saying? And so they end up following the woman who has her own agenda because he doesn't have an agenda. See, a woman knows, this is the thing. A woman knows if she's dealing with a man she has to follow, she's like, okay, I'm following him because I'm attracted to him. So there is no agenda she has because she's switching up everything to be about him. If a woman is dealing with a guy she's not that attracted to or she's not really into, she's going to have an agenda for him because she's not attracted to him. So therefore, she has to find him useful. So how can I make this guy useful to me? I'll get him to pay my bills. I'll get him to take me out. I'll get him to talk to me. So I'm going to get him to do the things I want. And I know he's going to do it because he wants the pussy so bad. But I may or may not give him any. You understand? But when she's dealing with a guy she's attracted to, she's like, I'm going to follow his lead because I actually want to be here and I want him to like me. So I'm going to go in his direction. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then most guys think that's what game is. Like you have to be able to acquiesce to what the woman want, and then that's how they get sex.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like, see, with game is you have to be creative. Like you have to understand who you are, right?
Right.
And create your own style. Mm-hmm. The way I look at it, game is self-love. Game is life. Game is thinking outside the box, right? Mm-hmm. Game is self-respect.
Right.
Game is having the ability to create and get the desired outcome that you want. See, the key word is create, right?
Right.
So,
that's facts.
So that's what I need to say, man. Thank you for taking my call, Locario.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, fam. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Kobe in the building. All right. So hold on. We about to wrap this up in a second. Let me kill the phone lines real quick. We about to wrap this up in a second. I'm gonna just answer some more of these questions, and then we about to head up out of here. And guys, make sure tomorrow you tune in for the Real Game No Theory show. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys tune in for that. Make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, badboymembership.com, cunningshamelements.com, and masculineidentitymembership.com, right? So let me answer some of these questions and we're going to get up out of here. So he said, so is there a way to make sure she's not crazy without getting to know her? So yeah, this is the thing. Remember, when you're talking to the girl and dealing with the girl, right? What you're looking for is the woman sexually attracted to you? And are you sexually attracted to her? That's one. But two, you're looking to see if the woman is cooperating with you, following your lead and following where you want to go. Now, this is another thing you got to understand. So one of the things also is that sometimes if a chick might be crazy or just have some sort of issue, right? A lot of times what will happen is that sometimes that will come out in conversation. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the key. When a woman is attracted to you, she's more relaxed. You understand? In the situation. The more relaxed she is, the more talkative she is, and the more that she opens up to you in the situation. The more she opens up to you, sometimes what will happen is a woman will say something about her situation, her life, or whatever. And if you pay attention, you could be like, okay, yeah, that might be kind of weird, or that might be a red flag, or whatever it is like that. So you end up saying, okay, yeah, this chick, I might need to keep at arm's length. Or you say, okay, cool, I'm talking to her, I'm interacting with her, and I'm not seeing any of those things. So cool, I'm just going to keep it going in this direction. But bottom line, what you have to protect your situation is cooperation. You understand what I'm saying? So when a woman is cooperating, essentially she's mirroring you. So if she's mirroring you, right? Then what happens is that how could she bring craziness to you if she's mirroring you? Does that make sense? So the fact that she's mirroring you, she's basically doing what you're saying and going in your direction. So there's no room for crazy. See, what happens is that a lot of guys get into situations with crazy women or continue to see crazy women because one, they put the pussy in front of everything. And two, what happens is that they don't have a program or a structure, so anything goes, anything's happening, right? He's just following her anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is that if you have a way you do things and you're only dealing with women on your terms and seeing if she's following you, then what happens is that in a lot of cases, you're not going to even allow a woman who is quote unquote crazy to enter your situation. Right? Because if she's really on some crazy shit or has some type of mental issues, usually she's not going to be able to even follow your lead in the first place. You understand? Like if she has some type of trauma or she's, mentally ill or whatever it is like that, from the beginning, when you're interacting with her, in some cases, she's not even going to have the capacity to follow you anyway. Now, if she does follow you, like I said, when you're having the conversation, right, you'll find some things out. So the thing is this. When you're talking to the woman, is not to say that you can't ask a woman a question. What we're saying is that you shouldn't be asking women questions to get information to try to impress her, to try to find out some information to acquiesce to her. You understand? So meaning that you shouldn't be asking her questions like, oh, so, what's your favorite restaurant? Because you want to hear her restaurant so you can take her to that thing. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you're on a date or interacting with a woman, you can ask a chick a question, right? To have a conversation and get information, right? To see if she's crazy, but you're not actually getting answers from questions to try to be that for her or impress her. Does that make sense? So that's the thing. You see what I mean? So where was we at with this? You said, so if you like asking the get to know questions, and oh yeah, we already he said, and that's what you do generally because that's who you are. What's the problem? Again, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to listen. Does it go with your agenda and your program? This is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is if you ask a woman a question, right? When you're asking the question, it's not to get information so that you can become the answer. You understand what I'm saying? If you're asking questions, what you're seeing is that the answer is in alignment with what you're already doing. You understand what I'm saying? So like, exactly, like if you're asking, what would you like to do for fun? It's like, why are you asking that question? You understand what I'm saying? Why are you worried about what she like to do for fun? You are the fun. You are the excitement. Do you feel what I'm saying? Let me see, where was he at? I just turned 45. How do I get all the energy to talk to all these women? Well, one, stop wasting time with women who don't want to talk to you. Stop wasting time with women who aren't really feeling you. Stop wasting time dealing with chicks who are uncooperative. Then you'll have all the energy. See, a lot of times what happens is that your energy is drained based on you dealing with women who don't really fuck with you like that. When you actually deal with women who are cooperative, you actually have more energy. Because she's basically feeding back to you that energy. She's feeding back to you. You understand what I'm saying? But when she's being uncooperative and you keep fucking with her, you're getting drained. You understand? You said, when you say that you put in the work, did you ever really see it as work? Not necessarily. There's times where you could see it that way, but either way, you got to do the thing. You see what I'm saying? So even if you don't want to look at it as work, you still have to take action, right? So you can even say it that way. There has to be action that needs to, happen in order for things to go down. It says a lot of men have forgot who they are at a core. Who you think you are is a fake front. It's not the real you. The real you is deep in your subconscious. That's where meditation comes in. Well, this is the thing. Most people are scared to really be themselves because they're scared that they won't be accepted by other people. So a lot of times guys are scared to be honest and be themselves around women because they think that women are not going to like who they are. So they're trying to pretend to be what they're not to be more acceptable. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, yeah, you definitely want to, tap into your masculine identity. That's why you guys got to go to masculineidentymembership.com. It says, what tips for women to see my value quicker? You say they should recognize it. Well, this is the thing. Don't worry about a woman seeing your value quicker, right? Because the thing is this, she's going to see it or she's not. You understand what I'm saying? She's going to see it or she's not. So you're not there to display your value. You're not a pickup artist. You're not demonstrating high value and all that goofy shit. You are already valuable. She has to recognize it. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. You say you have no value for asking that question. Exactly. Man. So the thing is that a woman, she needs to recognize the value. See, this is the thing. So you don't want to get into this mindset of trying to perform for women. You understand what I'm saying? Because that right there within itself it's like a form of simping, right? So anytime you have this like thought of, what can I do to get her? You're basically simping. You understand what I'm saying? So the game is about you finding women who are in alignment with you, not you trying to convince a woman to fuck with you, or trying to get a woman to see you a certain way, or, you know, do a bunch of extra shit to, nah, you ain't doing all that. It's like, look, this is what it is. Either you with it or you're not. You understand what I'm saying? Either you with it or you're not. That's it. Either you're following it or you're not. That's all. All right, so guys, listen, man, we about to wrap this shit up, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you guys go to masculinizeanymembership.com, badboymembership.com, shoplocario.com. Make sure you guys go to all the .coms, badboymembership.com. Hit us up, man. Tune in tomorrow for the Real Game No Theory show. And we will holler at you later. And remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm going. I'm out. Listen. Ask me if I care. I promise I don't care. She told me that she got hurt in the past. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm thinking, what's up with all of that ass? I ain't tricking, bitch, don't ask me about cash. Why these hoes be telling me all they problems? I ain't saving them, ain't my fault, they got them. I can't solve them and I could never stop them. All I'm concerned with is hitting the bottom. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. This girl's looking for a listening ear. Don't she notice that I really don't care? I'm a man, she should go choose the bear. I'll explain to her that life isn't fair. Why you wanna talk to me about your life? I'm just trying to hit, I don't want a wife. You lie saying you want somebody nice. He has your back, you stab his with a knife. You be wanting your friends to be men. You know you don't care about none of them. Or I should say they don't care about you. They only there cause they hoping to screw. You saying guys only want one thing. You frontin' as if you don't want flings. You want the guy with dough, you want bling. Now you wanna be a queen, you want kings. Why you trying to search for a gentleman? Do you think that's how you will get a man? You don't understand, so you won't get a man. I don't wanna talk, I am not Letterman. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She's got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. She got